guys, welcome back to Salty Esports for a brand new Clash Royale video. Lord Salty here, and today guys, we're going to be showcasing off this Hog Rider Bait Electro Wizard deck. Now I didn't know that I uploaded a bait deck before, but this one is stronger than ever, alright? With the Electro Wizard instead of the Princess, you can have more defensive capabilities and offensive pushes. So today guys, instead of reading everything off the screen, I'm going to be talking about the pros, cons, and exactly how to play this deck. I've not been doing that lately, and I'm sorry about that. Also, if you notice, we are a bit inactive just because we have some finals testing to do. But today, guys, in this replay, I'm showing you Lavaloon versus Hog Bait, and this was some really good defense by me. And coming up against Lavaloon with Hog Rider decks is a real struggle because Lavaloon is a tanky deck, and it does require a lot of elixir, and when your opponent has the elixir advantage in a game, Lavaloon will crush you. So that's why you gotta play smart, know your cards, exactly where to place them, and how to play defensively. So right here, he's gonna drop Lava Hound in the back, and I'm gonna pressure him with Goblin Gang. Now that's another term I use in a lot of my videos, but I don't explain it. Pressuring is when you're keeping control of the game, which means you never let your opponent go offensive at all. But right here I just did. I just let my opponent go offensive. But right here I draw my poison instead of my Electro Wizard. Then I just draw my Electro Wizard right here. So the lava pups get caught in the poison as well as the balloon. So right here my Electro Wizard can go down and try to finish off his tower, but he drops Skarmy. All I have to do is log it back and take the first tower of the game. So what I have to do next, guys, is just get back into pressuring my opponent. He does not get to play offensively because I do not want him dropping Lava Hound and Loon in the back all the time. So right here, I just draw my Goblin Barrel, see if he does anything about it, but he doesn't. He's going to take the damage and go offensive with Lava Hound. But guys, in this deck, you need Inferno Tower because there's a lot of decks out there that are super tanky and can crush Hog Rider decks if you don't have it. So right here, all I have to do is drop Goblin Gang and Inferno Tower for a positive elixir trade right here. Mega Minion is going to die to the Inferno Tower as well as the Lava Pups. So right here, I played smartly and good on defense. Right here, I'm going to pre-log thinking that he's going to have Skarmy, but he didn't. He's going to drop minions instead. So instead, what I'm going to do, I need to get back onto defense and also prepare for what he has to come because I know he's going to drop Balloon, and yes, he did drop Balloon. So right here, I'm dropping Inferno Tower, and notice how I placed it on the upper tile instead of the lower, or else his Fireball would have caught into my Inferno Tower and would have lost a lot of tower damage from the Balloon. So right here, the Balloon Bomb will get to the tower, but we're going to go Hog Rider and Goblin Barrel. Then we're going to log the Skarmy, and right here, we need to get back on defense because I know he's going to play Lava Hound again because he's really trying to get to our tower. But with only 30 seconds left and not much elixir to help with, he's probably going to lose his game. So I'm having the Inferno Tower right here, and notice how my poison is placed. I know he's going to drop minions, and he drops the minions straight in the poison. This guy's actually playing really poorly on offense, and I don't know why, but this guy's just doing really bad. And the Lava Hound, I can just care less about because it only does like 60 damage per, 2 seconds. So right here, the game will wrap up, and that's how you play this deck against Lavaloon. Now I have another good example with decks, like with Hog Rider decks, that you converse with. But this next replay, I'm coming up against Graveyard Poison. This deck, it's terrible against Graveyard Poison because look at all the spammy troops we have. We have Goblin Gang, we have Skarmy, and we have Goblin Barrel. It's really hard to play against, but I did come back and tie it up. And right here, we're going to drop Hog Rider. This guy didn't have Inferno Tower in his first starting hand, so he wasted a lot of elixir right there. So I go offensive right here with the Poison Spell, hoping that he'd have to go back and sit on some elixir. So right here, I'm going to drop Goblin Gang to defend against this level 11 Knight because I do not want to take any damage whatsoever. And the Spirit Goblins are going to be splitting up. He's going to drop Ice Golem, and this is the place where I'm going to suffer a lot of tower damage because I'm making some really bad plays. So I'm hoping that he's coming with a Hog Rider, but I log it back. Right here, I'm going to drop Skarmy, hoping that he did not have poison, but he did have poison. And I'm going to zap everything right there. But the skeletons are fast, and they do a lot of damage if you cannot catch up to them. So right here, I go offensive, Electro Wizard, and Hog Rider. I don't know why he didn't place the Inferno Tower, but my Hog Rider is going to get a lot of damage right there, along with the Electro Wizard taking down a lot of the health from the Knight. Right here, we're going to log back the Knight and the Archers. Log is great against Archers. You need to have log. If you have it, go and buy it in your shop, as well as Electro Wizard, because Electro Wizard is such a good legendary on offense and on defense, because both capabilities made it go to a balance change in the previous balance changes, because Electro Wizard was just so strong, you could not like counter it sometimes. But right here, he's going to take out our tower with that Graveyard Poison with my silly mistake of the Skarmy. I should have played Poison because I actually did that before. You can place Poison on Graveyard to take out the Skarmy. I mean, what is it? Graveyard. Because Poison one-shot skeletons now, right? So you can use Poison to one-shot skeletons in the Graveyard. Right here, our Goblins will actually get a few stabs onto his tower, which is pretty good. So right here, I'm coming back. I need to tie it up because I'm not taking no L's today, guys. This deck is super strong, and I do not want to lose anything with this deck. He's gonna drop Knight in the middle, but then I predicted with the Electro Wizard and the Goblin Gang, his Ice Golem will take out most of our Skarmy. His Inferno Tower is just chunking down my Hog Rider right here. He's gonna log back the Goblin Barrel and my Electro Wizard and all my spam right here. Electro Wizard's on the tower. I don't know why he's just playing skeletons instead of Knight, but right here we're going all in. He does not have his log at all, so this is perfect time for bait decks. But his Ice Golem is actually really good because it took out my Skarmy. My Electro Wizard is actually distracting the tower with the skeletons. My Hog Rider will make it to the tower, but unfortunately, he drops the Inferno Tower. So right here, I'm going to have to poison. And I know he's going to come back with a Graveyard. Since I already poisoned it, I'm going to have to play a bit smarter right here. So instead, I'm going to drop Electro Wizard instead of Skarmy. So the skeletons will not die to the poison. And the Electro Wizard is actually doing a pretty good job on its own with the Graveyard. And right here, he only has poison damage. So I'm going to go offensive, pressure my opponent so he does not cycle back to his Graveyard. Goblin Barrel, Hog Rider right there doing some damage on his side. Now he's coming back. I know he's coming back with the Knight or the Ice Golem. I drop Inferno Tower in the center. Then I get ready with the Skarmy for the Archers. And then the Poison on top of that Graveyard to take it all out. Because I do not want any skeleton damage. But it will chip down some. Because Poison is not the fastest thing in the world. It's not fast enough to take out all the skeletons. So right here, I'm going with Hog Rider, then Goblin Barrel, then Goblin Gang right here. He's going to log late right there, so my Goblin Barrel will get some stab damage. And right here, we're just going to be wrapping up the game. So, guys, I think that I did a pretty good job commentating and explaining how the decks exactly work instead of just reading off the screen. Because I feel, some of you guys are right. Reading off the screen is kind of boring, and anyone could just see it for themselves. Just like, in a presentation, everyone can read it. You can't read everything off from the screen. But you know what, guys? We're hopping into a live battle right now, and we're going to be taking some dubs, and we're going to be making it to a new trophy best at 3,900 trophies. So right here in my starting hand, I'm going to be dropping Goblin Barrel, and right here, I do not know what he has. He's got Valkyrie actually, so this guy might be a tough opponent to come up against because Goblin Gang automatically dies to Valkyrie. So I may have to drop an Inferno Tower, but I don't know what we should do right here. I think we should just log it back. I mean, people with Valkyrie don't usually have Goblin Barrel. Whoa, he's going offensive right here. We're dropping Inferno Tower. My Electro Wizard will do a really good job against that Dark Prince, stopping his charge time right there. His Fireball is actually going to land on our Electro Wizard, and his Dark Prince will lose a lot of health right there, but he will get that extra charge dash, which is actually pretty unfortunate. But this guy's level 11, so I'm glad that I actually didn't play my Graveyard deck, or else my Furnace would have died to it. He does have arrows actually, so we're gonna give him an angry face. Let's drop a Hog Rider right here, see if he plays his Tombstone or not. Yes, he does play his Tombstone, but our Hog Rider will actually get to the tower because actually no, he's got Lumberjack. Let's log this back, and then we're gonna drop Goblin Gang on top of him right here. But he's probably gonna come. He's probably gonna leave those goblins alone because that Lumberjack actually did really fast damage right there. After that balance change from the Lumberjack, he's actually really good now in a lot of decks. Like Golem Lumberjack, he's super strong now. But let's drop Electro Wizard in the back because I know he's probably gonna go for this side. Actually, he's not going to go for this side. He's going crazy, like spending 9 elixir right there. Inferno Tower plus Inferno Tower right there is going to take out everything. And look at my Electro Wizard on his tower doing so much damage with those double strikes on his double hands. Like, look at that damage. We needed that. But anyways, we're actually playing some really good defense. This guy's just spending a lot of elixir. Let's pre-poison right here. Look at those tombstones and skeletons just being taken out right there. He's gonna go offensive back right now. Let's log this back and let's drop Goblin Gang right on top of it. That may not have been the best play because his Dark Prince does do splash damage, but actually look at his Dark Prince and Lumberjack getting absolutely wiping out right there. Electro Wizard plus the Hog Rider defended. This guy is actually coming back real strong. Oh my god, we're taking a lot of damage right here from that level 9 Musketeer. Look at her go to work right there. But that Valkyrie actually died to my tower, so that's pretty good. Now he's probably gonna arrow my Goblin Barrel, which he does. Yeah, he's gonna arrow the Goblin Barrel. So right here, let's drop Electro Wizard where he can't fireball it. Let's drop Skarmy to distract this Lumberjack incoming. Right now, he actually does fireball my Electro Wizard. So let's log this back right here. We're gonna be pushing into overtime, and we're gonna be making some major plays with the Hog Rider and the Goblin Barrel. So let's do that right now. Hog Rider, deep barrel. So he probably doesn't have the arrows ready for it. He arrows the tower. My Goblin Barrels are gonna, my Goblins are actually get a stab off to the tower. That's a deep barrel right there, guys. He arrowed his tower right there, which is why I'm telling you guys, you gotta place it in different positions when your opponent keeps cycling back to that card where they counter the Goblin Barrel. So right here, Skarmy on top of that Lumberjack. We need to get to his tower fast, ASAP right here. The Skarmy and the Goblins are doing work right there. Hog Rider onto the tower. See what we can do. He's gonna drop a tombstone, but you know what? We're gonna play poison right there, and we're actually gonna be taking a dub right here. With one log away, we are gonna be taking that dub. So the poison is taking it down. 84 health left. Calling it good game right there. That's how you play this deck, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We reached 3,900 trophies today. New personal best with this hog bait deck. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my improvements on commentating and some video recordings. But I see you guys next time with some more Clash Royale content. Peace out.